Paul used one academy for a space of 2 years. So we can see that it's not limited to us to houses. They meet in garden, they meet in other public places. I was at a gathering in Lagos some time ago. So in those days, we usually have newsletter. And Paduzi came from United States of America to minister in Nigeria. So I was at the conference. He was the one that said this one. He said that they got a public place. So it shows that they are meeting. So they wrote in the newsletter that they have gotten a public place for their meeting in Texas, in the US. So he said that some brethren in Nigeria wrote him that he has gone into error, he has gone into Babylon by stop meeting in the house to make in the public place. And he said something that humbled me. He said, I taught them Babylon. They said, I'm Babylon. So he said that he's the one that taught the brethren what Babylon is. But they wrote him because he met in a public, I said they will be meeting in a public place that he has gone into Babylon. I said, well, it's okay. At least that's the heart of a father. So if he taught you Babylon, I say that is Babylon. He accepts it. Hallelujah. So then also an incident happened. Some group of people believe that you only meet in houses. You don't meet in any other places apart from houses. So there was somebody that came to join them, and that one has the grace of an evangelist. He will go out and preach to people and everything. So some of the converts said that they want to follow you to your church. At least they believe in what. And they are meeting in a house. So he told them, yeah, come to my church. So the brethren that believe that manner of strange people in their houses, and they are no longer comfortable. They say, but this is somebody's house now. And all manner of people coming to the house. So another brother said that, but there is no restriction. The Bible did not give us who to preach to. As many that are receiving, God gave them the power to become the children of God. So why don't let's look for a neutral ground so that somebody that has the grace of an evangelist can continue with his work. And you also, you have the right to your privacy. So they quickly agreed and said, okay, let's. So at times you might be believing in something that you don't have the foundation for. That's why I use this as a caution that if care is not taken, it might degenerate to something else. Now, I went for one of our neighbors, they are doing their dedication. They are a member of the CAC. So I went for they invited us, so I went for the dedication. So, and after the preaching and everything, so one of the leaders came up and was explaining to their people. He said that they should buy pure water or get a basin. But because the basin, if it's open, fly can come, or some of these flying insects can come into it. So that's why I recommended pure water. That if they want to travel, they should put it on the outside. Let the dew fall upon it. So if they want to travel, they should use it and rub their head and everything before going out and everything. And I was shocked with what. Let's read Psalm 12, verse 6.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, you against men, for ye neither go in yourself, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you devour widows' houses, and for a present make longer prayers, and for a pretense make longer prayers. Therefore you shall receive the greater damnation. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you compare seas and lands to make one proselyte. And when he's made, you make him twofold more. You make him twofold the child of hell than yourself. Woe unto you, you blind guides, which says, whosoever shall swear by the temple, it is nothing, but whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple, it is a debtor. You fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctifieth the gold, and whosoever shall swear by the altar, it is nothing, but whosoever sweareth by the gift that is upon it, it is guilty. You fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gift or the altar, at the gift or the altar that sanctifieth the gift. Whosoever therefore swear by the altar, swear by it, and by all things thereon. And whosoever shall swear by the temple, sweareth by it, and by him that dwelleth therein. And he that shall swear by heaven, sweareth by the throne of God, and by him that sitteth thereon. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you pay tithes of mint and anise, the tombs of the